What is up, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals? It is your boy, Tempest Rhineblood, and we are back at it again with the next episode of our Shadowrun Returns LP. We just made it to the Seamstress's Union, where we were chasing down, the last known coordinates of our buddy, Sam Watts, and he was drinking here prior to his death. However, we do need to investigate this place and talk to the proprietor, Mrs. Kubota, as this is a known Shadowrunner haven, and we might be able to get quite a bit of information out of this. So, first things first, we're going to check around, see if there's anything we can grab while we're down here. Ignore the dancing people. Mrs. Kubota's right here. We're going to get to talk to her. Noog. Whoever Noog is. Let's talk to him. Covered in glowing magical talismans and fetishes, the troll does not seem fully of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, apparently participating in several conversations at once, but with entities you can neither see nor hear. I told you it's not like that at all. Bring me proof and you shall have it. I am honored, your majesty. Alas, that was his fate. He is not the master yet. He looks you in the eye, his other conversations on hold. May I show you my magical wares? Sure. Let's see if he's got anything I can use. Okay, he can teach us spells. Weapons, nothing. Spells, nothing. Conjuring, nothing. Chi casting, nothing. Yeah, we can't do anything with that. But it was a good effort. Let's go talk to Mrs. Kubota. How can I help you? I'll see you around. Okay, so I guess we did talk to her last episode. I apologize, it's been a minute since we did that. We're gonna poke around upstairs. Ah, that's right, we need to investigate Coyote's room, because we are looking for her. She went missing somewhere, and we're gonna have to figure out where. Can we hack this door? No, we cannot. We might be able to find a password somewhere around here, though. Let's poke this door. Not a lot going on in here. What is my objective right now? Find and question Coyote. Yeah. Doesn't look like there's anything in here. Let's go in here. Yeah, now we got some stuff to investigate. Crap on the floor. Looks like Coyote keeps her clothes in boxes on the floor. Great. Stuff on the bed. Diary with several papers sticking out of it. First page. There's a receipt stuck between the pages and a diary entry. Let's check the receipt first. A Browning max power pistol from Gin Park downstairs with a note saying how big guns on hot women turn her on. I mean, okay. I'm not seeing any objections here. Read the diary. I came back from my shift to find 4 of Paco's goons sleeping on our apartment floor. It's getting fraggin' ridiculous. I want to be with him, with the real Paco, but this Cutter Drek keeps messing everything up. I love him, but he's totally different with the gang. It's how I make cash, baby, he always says. I try to tell him he doesn't need the cash. I can support us both with what I make at the Seamstress's Union. But he still goes on the runs. With these bozos all over my floor, I feel like he's just seeing how far he can push me before I kick him out. I try to be patient, but why does it all have to be one way? Sounds like an unhealthy relationship. As soon as the last Cutter was out the door, I lost it. I told him that if he ever pulled Drek like that again, he'd be sleeping in the alley. Of course, he begged and pleaded with me, telling me it wouldn't happen again. I don't want to deal with this anymore, but I don't want him to leave. He's the reason I got through all that stuff last year, got my bartending license, got this apartment, and this life. I know he cares about me and loves me, more than his involvement with the Cutters. I just wish I could slice out that gang from our life together, slice out the fear that comes along with it. You know what? She's a brave woman. Let's open the diary to the next page. Handwritten poem and a diary entry. Let's read the poem. Let's just say that Paco should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave the poetry to others. Alright. Read the diary entry. Sometimes it seems like Paco reads my mind, or my diary. Maybe he does the latter. I wouldn't be surprised. Hi, Paco. Ever since last week, he hasn't mentioned the Cutters once. He leaves the apartment with a "see you in a few hours, babe," and returns later without comment. I don't know if it's really going to help for us to avoid the subject in conversation, but I felt better without our constant arguing about it. Last 2 nights, I've come home from work to Paco waiting up for me, slouching on the old dumpster couch with a novel 4 inches from his face. I imagine that as I turn the key in the door, he perks up and makes himself look especially studious for when I get the door open. He seems superficially surprised to see me, but I love this little act. And you never know, maybe he's actually trying to get educated. Third paper. An old photograph. Picture shows a young girl with caramel skin and brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, but she's smiling. The back of the photograph has shadow scrawled on it. What's the receipt say? Cash on delivery receipt for a special order. 5 pounds of zebra meat from Maury's Meat Emporium, located near Pike Place Market. I mean, the fact of the matter is that real meat in general in Shadowrun is extremely exotic, but zebra meat on top of that, that's in the tens of thousands of new yen range. Like, that's rich people shit. 4th page. Receipt for a wall safe installed near the bathroom door. 342436 is the code. Well, that's what we're going to check next. Wall safe near the bathroom door. Broken mirror is hiding a small safe. Put in the code. There's got to be intel in here. A grenade. I'll take it. I do like grenades. Big O boom. Let's look at this poster. Frame painting of the Chicago skyline, done in stylized silhouette. Chicago's an interesting spot in Shadowrun. That's all I'm really going to say on the topic for reasons that will become apparent in a later video. The stand is littered with action movies and cigarette butts. Sounds like me before I met my wife. Well, I was a little bit better at cleaning up my cigarette butts. Let's be real. Okay, we already checked the bed. That's fine. Let's check the computer. Now, we're not a hacker, so we can't do this. Coyote's computer's ancient, probably fished out of a junkyard, doesn't even have a data jack, and the cracked display is covered with fingerprints. Tapping the keyboard causes the dust-caked fans to spin up, and it's asking for a password. We'll go through the password recovery, which is going to test our detective skills. Your first childhood pet. Goes back to the diary entry. It was a snake named Shadow. Favorite musical act. If we search the other room, you see here there's a poster for Maria Mercurial. What is the name of your hometown? Chicago. It's not Maria Mercurial? Really? Alright, let's go search this room again. I gotta be missing something. What am I missing? Might have to brute force it, honestly. Let's see, action movies, poster for Chicago, stuff in boxes on the floor. Anything in his diary? Missing something? And I'd like to thank one of my lovely dogs, Oliver, for that contribution. I think he thinks that he can recover the password on his own, which I appreciate, and it's adorable, but unfortunately not going to help us. Alright, so looks like we are going to have to brute force it. Shadow, what's another popular band? Shield Wall. And Chicago. Incorrect. Shadow, Concrete Dreams. Chicago. Shadow, Starfire. Chicago. I'm not sure how we would have gotten that without brute forcing it. But we did crack the computer. Took us enough time. Access history. Reading a great deal about hellhounds and vintage action figures. Okay. Contacts. Exactly one entry. Paco. This is not a very useful list of contacts. Calendar. Meet with Delilah about gig. Meet Paco for date at Pike Place Market due in 30 minutes. Well, we know where she's supposed to be, and we know who Paco is. So I think it's our best bet to get there. And our objective has changed to speak with Mrs. Kubota. So let's get to that. How can I help you? You know Jin Park sold Coyote a gun. I'd be more surprised if she hadn't. Bouncers can deal with most of the troublemakers, but around here you need a gun just to take trash to the dumpster. Okay. Do you know Paco? He's a ganger, a member of the Cutters. He's a good kid in a nasty line of work. I warned Coyote against getting too attached to that type. They don't live long. Have you heard of Maury's Meat Emporium? No, I'm a vegetarian. Coyote has a date with Paco at the market in half an hour. If you go down there, it might bring me peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. It should be able to get you there in time. Gambate kudasai. Good luck. Hell yeah. Let's do it to it. Let's talk to Jin Parks. Sell a Browning max power to Coyote. Coyote's missing. Miss Kubota asked me to find her. She expected to encounter a paranormal animal at close range. She was Google searching hellhounds. And we are definitely going to look for a gun. Unfortunately, we cannot get a better gun than the Street Sweeper right now. Disappointing, but it is what it is. See if we can sell some stuff. Now we don't have anything worth selling either. Okay. Maybe we'll get a shotgun some other time. Eric Mersman, if I remember correctly, is the armor salesman. And he doesn't have anything to say to us right now. Cherry Bomb also doesn't have anything to say to us. And now, my friends, we have a one-way ticket to Pike's Place Market. You catch a cab from Touristville to Pike Place Market, an immersively quiet ride that takes you from probably going to be mugged to probably going to pay too much for your drinks. Compared to the urban wasteland of the Barrens, the downtown area is filled with modern buildings, lighted streets, and unbarred shops, all living beneath the shadows of massive corporate arcologies. For many, these arcologies are home. For others, they're hulking monuments to where the world went wrong. Famous for its fishmongers, Pike Place Market has been around since the early 1900s, overlooking the bay. Now it's a market for all things, legal and illegal. A melting pot of the haves and the have-nots. Even though most of the shops are closed, the sights, sounds, and smells of the market hit you from the moment you step out of the cab. Here we are. Let's check it out. Let's sweep left and go over here. What the hell is this? Join us and change the world. Sounds like a cult. I hate cults. Let's talk to Patrick. Handsome young man turns away from the crowd and fixes you with his full, completely undivided attention. Sir, you are a beautiful human, but you could be so much more. What are you selling? I'm not selling anything. We are giving away the secrets to a more fulfilling, happy, and productive life. Alright, what are the secrets? The first step is simply to come and listen. Tomorrow night, Lynn Telestrian will be speaking about the importance of family in the Sixth World. Please join us tomorrow, and the secrets to a better life shall be revealed to you. He smiles and turns back to the crowd. So it looks like, and if we pay attention right here, we have just had an encounter with the Universal Brotherhood, which is a cult in Shadowrun. And I can't really say more than that at the moment, for reasons that will become apparent. For those of you who have played Shadowrun, a whole bunch of alarm bells should be going on right now, though. Refurbished flowers for sale. I love that. Refurbished flowers. Fresh fruit picked daily. Interesting. Synth juice for sale. Just fabbed today. Here's a... Oh, it's Paco. Hey, Paco. Nice bat. Kid in front of you sports the trademark yellow of the Cutters gang. Young, clean-shaven, he stands like he owns the street and everyone on it. Seems distracted, though, glancing around with increasing agitation. He looks over as you approach. Watch yourself. What you want? I'm not gonna lead off by knowing who Coyote is, because then that's just gonna set off his alarm bells. Like, that seems like a great way to get this guy fucking pissed at me. So I'm gonna start off calmly. Careful, kid. You Paco? What the? Who the hell are you? Relax, we're on the same team. I'm Tempest. I was just at the Union. Your girlfriend's gone missing and I'm helping to find her. Tough guy swagger seems to drain out of Paco. The cutter is gone, and before you stands a kid in a yellow jacket that doesn't quite fit. Coyote's missing? Oh man, that would explain. She was supposed to meet me here over an hour ago. Look, sorry for getting in your face like that. What else do you know? She's missing, I need to find her. Ever heard of a place called Maury's Meat Market? Coyote had a receipt from some zebra meat from there. What, you've been rummaging through her stuff? Yeah, that shop's just down the block. What the hell she would need zebra meat for, though? Beats me. You know a fixer named Mr. Delilah? Coyote had a meeting with him a few days ago. I know of him, sure. Blake doesn't allow any cutters to take side gigs, though, so I got no reason to deal with him. Coyote hasn't said anything about taking new work. Wait a minute. Trent, I know where she went. Couldn't she wait? Damn it. Hey, slow down. Where'd she go? The Royale Apartments. The landlord, Stevie J, runs a drug ring out of that hellhole. Coyote grew up there. Doesn't like to talk about it much. She's been looking for a way to settle the score with that guy for years. A few days back, I heard Mr. Delilah was looking for runners to steal some sort of item from under Stevie J's nose. She must have taken the job, I'm sure of it. If his thugs caught her, there's a grim determination in Paco's eyes. I'm going over there. You coming? I mean, this kid's just, like, packing a bat. So I would say I'll help you get Coyote back, but you better be able to handle yourself in a fight. This guy is, like, all ego. Like, he's a ganger. He's all ego. I don't think that that's the appropriate approach here, because that's gonna, like, cut into his self-confidence. And I'm not gonna be overly mercenary about it either. Like, I'm already doing this for the promise of money from a dead guy. And I've established that my character at least somewhat has some kind of moral fiber. So, I'm in. Don't worry, we'll get her back. Damn right we will. Alright, look for Coyote in the Royale Apartments. Let's see if we can find a guy to sell us a gun first. Because I need a better shotgun. Like, significantly so. Actually, I have a shitload of karma to spend. So let's do that. I have 6 karma that I can spend. Thought I had more. But we are definitely going to get some stuff done here. Let me see what I can do. Charisma's not bad, but I'm not going to be spell casting. So I think what I'm going to do right now is improve my raw quickness. That way I can improve my ranged combat stat a little more. And I'm also going to start working on a secondary ranged weapon I think, reason being, like, there's gonna come a point where the shotgun is not the extent of what we need. Actually, wait, what do you get at rank 5 throwing weapon? You know what? No, I'm not even gonna worry about that. I'm going to take a level in pistols. Because proficiency in weapons is important. So now that we've done that, our guy looks like completely mental, which is an interesting offset from the way we've been playing him. But let's keep it moving. Soy calf. I got dog on his... Oh. Well, I don't like that. I don't like you, mister. Hey, it's Maury's Meat Emporium. Talk to Manny. Small meat stand presents an enormous diversity of dead animals, from cow and canine, I don't like that, to the exotic and paranormal. The pictures on the back of the stand feature a much older version of the man in front of you. As soon as he notices Paco, the proprietor's eyes become hard and angry. What do you want? You know we can't afford more. Relax, man. My friend just has a question. We cool here? Yeah, everything's swell. Name's Manny. Now what do you want? What would someone want to buy zebra meat for? Some people eat it, but I wouldn't recommend that. Tough as nails. We mostly sell it to corp security teams who use it to reward their hellhounds. Flamers go crazy for the stuff for some reason. Oh, Trek. That's why Coyote wanted zebra meat. Everyone talks about the pet hellhound Stevie J keeps locked up somewhere in the Royale. And even if she never picked it up. Whatever. Anything else? I have this receipt for an order of zebra meat. You got it for me? 2 days past pickup time. Didn't think anyone was going to come for it. Here. It's yours now. You know anybody named Coyote? Nah, I don't go in for that shaman stuff. What's your problem with Paco? Why don't you ask him? What is that supposed to mean? It means a gang likes to stroll through here and relieve us merchants of our new yen. My dad stood up to him and he's still in the hospital. Look, that's not my problem. I'm at the bottom of the cutter ranks anyway. I couldn't do dreck about that if I wanted to. Tell that to my dad. I don't have time for this. We need to find Coyote. You're right. Let's move. What is a crime scene? Spot the body of a woman dead on the pavement behind the police line. Panic spreads across Paco's face. Oh no, is that Coyote? This isn't happening. God damn it. Breathe. Take a closer look. Is it her? No, it's not her. Thank God. Look, let's not hang out here too long, alright? Too many Lone Star pigs around. It's too bad whatever happened here. I'm not gonna let anything like this happen to Coyote. You know, a part of me believes that. But let's talk to this cop. There's an active Lone Star investigation. Please step away from the barrier. Behind her, you spot the lively face of the organ grinder's coroner, Dresden. I'm here to see Dresden. He's like, it's alright. He's with me. Then make it quick. Let's check out the crime scene. Officer Aguirre, who are you? Plainclothes Lone Star cop. You're the one who's working for the dead man, huh? McCluskey warned us you might be sniffing around after the Ripper. Lucky for you, I got here before McCluskey. I'm Officer Aguirre. Pleased to meet you. Now, seeing as this crime scene's going nowhere fast, what can I do for you? What can you tell me about the murder? Not much, really. We know it was about 3 hours ago, and we know that her eyes have been surgically removed. We didn't need Dresden to figure that much out. He's been looking at the body, though, so he might have more. Me, I've been scanning the rest of the scene and looking for witnesses, but no luck so far. Damn Ripper might as well be a ghost. Got any leads I should know about? Plenty if you ask McCluskey, but the truth is we're as clueless as you probably are. I take it you two don't get along. Let's just say we have conflicting interests. Thank you for your time. Hey, hold on a minute there. You haven't put in a donation for the Lonely Orphans Fund. The Lonely Orphans Fund? Yeah, see, you make a contribution to the fund, I put you on a list and let you know the next time we find any orphans that you might be interested in. Well, I'm always interested in finding out about any new orphans you discover. Should we say 300 new yen? I don't have 300 new yen. Yeah, well, some orphans have more expensive taste than others. 200, you can take it or leave it. I'll take the 200. Excellent. I'll start an account for you. We get any new useful leads on the Ripper, I'll give you a call. Now I better get back to work before McCluskey shows up. See you around. So we've committed our first of... Well, we've committed several crimes at this point. But, definitely... We bribed a cop. That's what we did. So what brings you out here? Hot on the trail of the dead man's killer? Coincidence, believe it or not. I take it I've stumbled across another Ripper murder. You can see the Ripper went for the eyes this time. Pretty clean work. I gotta hand it to him. My Ripper knows what he's doing. Or she, I suppose. What do you know about the victim? Well, not much. She's been dead for about 3 hours. Her name was Lucy Warden, who worked at the Stuffer Shack just around the corner. Looks like she was leaving work when it happened. Was she subdued in some way? There don't seem to be any signs of a struggle. Not a single bruise on her body. But she was clearly alive when her eyes were taken. Died of blood loss shortly thereafter. As to what knocked her out, I won't know until I can run some tests back at the lab. My guess is magic. I thought you ran the Redmond franchise. Isn't Pike Place a little far? Yeah, well, I don't mind the change of scenery. Coroner for the downtown branch is out on maternity, so I told management that I'd cover for her. Plus, I want this sicko caught. Any signs of magic use here? There was evidence of an unusual explosion in the alley where Sam died. Now that is an interesting thought. Nah, nothing obvious, though. I'm sure when McCluskey shows up, he'll call in a full magical forensics team, though, just to be sure. So the Ripper takes Sam Watts' liver and this woman's eyes. Any theories? Trophies of some sort, I suppose? Probably of some symbolic significance to the killer. Beyond that, I couldn't speculate. Aguirre seems pretty friendly. Can I trust him? Yeah, it sounds about right. Any opportunity to get in McCluskey's way, he'll take it. A bit sleazy, sure, but I'd take Aguirre over McCluskey any day of the week. It's enough questions. Thanks, Dresden. Hey, I figure if I help you out, there's a better chance to get this scumbag off the streets a little sooner. McCluskey wants the Ripper in his cell, sure, but he couldn't care less if it takes another dozen murders. Good luck out there, huh? Hey, speaking of McCluskey, you should get going soon before he shows up. Does say I can talk to this elf, though. What do you know? Oh, he's creepy looking. He may be the ugliest elf you've ever seen. His meticulously clean lab coat, format jacket, I'm assuming formal jacket, and old-fashioned bow tie give him the look of an undertaker from centuries past. He notices you approach and locks eyes with you, smiling a thin, unnerving smile. Hello there, stranger. Might I inquire, do you know which organ grinder's facility this body will be removed to? Well, who's asking? Oh, I'm no one of consequence. Never mind that, though. Good evening to you and your friend the coroner. Yeah, you fuck right off, dude. Alright, Dresden doesn't have... You notice a really ugly elf? He's gone now, but he was asking about the body, wondering which organ grinder's facility it'll, be taken to. Well, there's those who might be interested in purchasing some of her parts, sure, but that's pretty poor form to inquire at the site of a murder. An ugly elf, huh? I'll keep an eye out. Shouldn't be hard to spot if he comes back around. Thanks, Dresden. We've done our due diligence there, so let's check this out. Lying on the pavement is the body of a young human female. Her eyes have been gouged cleanly out, and you notice a string of bite marks along her left arm. Yikes. Can I bring up the bite marks? Yes. Completely unrelated, it appears some wild dogs dragged the body out here from the alley sometime after her death. Good to know. Let's keep it moving. So somehow we've managed to stumble into another murder. I love that for us. I'm glad there's no trolls around here. Shut up. About this guy. Who are you? Blind Lucy. Interesting. The orc before you wears the standard Stuffer Shack employee getup. The uniform is well kept and well fitted, but the tears streaming down his large, crooked face do little to improve his appearance. He doesn't seem to notice your approach. Take it you knew the victim? Yeah, what's it to you? My condolences. Were you close? Thanks, sorry, we're just not used to folks being too friendly around here. He wipes some tears away with a dirty napkin. Yeah, we were pretty close as coworkers go. Blind Lucy and I worked here at the shack for 3 years together. Started on the very same day. Blind Lucy. Well, she wasn't completely blind, but she was legally blind. She had to wear these huge glasses and hold things up to her face, but she got new eyes about a year ago. Any idea how she got them? No, she wouldn't talk much about it, just called it her stroke of good luck. Guess that luck ran out. Do you have any enemies? Well, I'm not sure. I know she had an ugly breakup with her boyfriend after getting those new eyes put in. Guy was pretty upset for some reason and wouldn't leave her be till she filed for a restraining order. That all seemed to die down a while ago, though. Anybody strange in the store lately? I see weird stuff every day. It's a stuffer shack. But no, nothing stranger than usual. When was the last time you saw her? Here at the shack earlier today. I think she was heading to the market to meet a friend. Hell, I was gonna join her on my way home, but we got some last-minute customers. That's all I needed to know. Thanks for your help, and I'm sorry for your loss. You wouldn't happen to be part of the investigation, would you? My own way. Why do you ask? Lucy had this necklace, intricate little carving of a dragonfly on it. Wore it every day, said her mom gave it to her when she left Denver. Anyway, you know how Lone Star is. All of her stuff will be bagged and placed in evidence storage until the 7th world awakens. I just thought if you could somehow get that necklace back before Lone Star cleans everything up, I could send it back to her family. Feel like I owe her that much. Hey, anything we can do to spite the pigs, I'm with it. Let's go. Want to buy some BTLs? No, I don't want to buy any BTLs. Pretend to drop my PDA, then quickly pocket the necklace while bending down to retrieve it. Beep. Turns out we're fast. It's an intricately carved piece of wood in the shape of a dragonfly with small turquoise stones in its eyes. Wood feels very sturdy for its weight. With genuine wood such a rarity in the 6th world, this piece might be worth quite a bit to the right buyer. I don't know, I feel like I trust Frank. I don't need the new yen. I got a bigger payout coming. Alright, Frank. I broke like 3 more laws for this. Just make sure it gets to her family. I don't want it turning up in a cop shop with my prints on it. Hey, look at this guy with a gun. You must be my problem. Hey, guy. You have any extra new yen? I just need some sucrozoom from the shack over there. I don't even have 5 new yen. Sorry, chum. Rough, man. See you around. Well, here we are. Royale Apartments. You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in France? Sorry, bad Pulp Fiction reference. Anyway, this is where we're going to call the episode because the next one is going to be combat heavy. So thanks once again for coming out while we play Shadowrun Returns for y'all. I greatly appreciate you being here. And if you liked what you saw today, please tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies, tell your pets. Uploads are going to be Monday mornings, every Monday, as close to 8 a.m. Eastern Time as I can get it. And just remember, Mr. Rogers would love you just the way you are, and so do I. So be good to each other.